Hare Krishna Sadananda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam.
Dandat Pranam Prabhu, Dandat Pranam.
ഓടിക്കൂടെ കൂർക്കമലി കേൾക്കും. നല്ല കിടുക്കനായിട്ട്.
Hare Krishna devotees. All these days we made Brajasundra Prabhu to wait. I think today we have to wait for him. After 2-3 minutes, we will contact him. Okay, Hare Krishna. Please wait with patience. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Dapna. Hare Krishna devotees, we are contacting Brajasundra Prabhu on phone, so please wait. Ratapan Prabhu, could you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. We are contacting Prabhuji over phone. Please wait.
Okay, Prabhuji.
I think we can have Kirtan. One volunteer may start Kirtan. Please raise your hand or direct unmute yourself and start Kirtan. Others need not repeat, only one person will do. If you repeat, there may be a time lag and it may not synchronize. Sadananda Prabhuji, would you like to do?
സുഖമില്ല പ്രഭു, പനിയാ.
Okay.
ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ, ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ, കൃഷ്ണ രാമ.
Savita Mataji in office or at home? Savita Mataji not answering.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, at home.
At home, you may do Kirtan then.
The sound
Okay. I don't know. If you are not sick, please do.
I'm not sick, but the sound is not that much good now. That's the problem.
Don't want to do?
വേറെ ആരും അവിടെ ഇല്ലേ പ്രഭുജി?
Okay. Shibu Prabhu.
Yes. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
This is Abbasya Shibu Prabhu, no?
Yes.
You are okay for Kirtan?
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Please do. You do alone, okay? Or those who are with you can join. Others will not join. You and those who are with you may do.
Okay.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Please.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Shibu Prabhuji, please stop. Hare Krishna. Brajasundra Prabhuji, welcome.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat.
Welcome, Prabhuji. We are ready.
Sorry for, yeah,
No, it's
sorry
okay,
for,
Prabhu. Okay,
because
Prabhu.
I
No,
did,
Prabhu.
yeah,
All these days we made you to wait.
no, yesterday what happened was, I deleted all my WhatsApp chats,
Okay.
so everything got deleted. I didn't realize.
Okay.
So many links of Google classes got deleted, so I had to
Okay,
think
Prabhu.
I have to get it again now. Okay, thank you,
Okay,
Prabhu.
Prabhu. No problem. I hope Manibhash Prabhu has joined. No, Manibhash Prabhu has joined, I think.
Yeah, no problem. Carry on, Prabhuji.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
do welcome, Prabhuji, and start.
Okay. Okay. So, Hare Krishna devotees, we are very fortunate to have His Grace Brajasundra Prabhu. Prabhu is Brajavasi to teach us on the life of Ambarish Maharaj. Prabhu has given us nectarian discourse for the past 4 days, the 7th of June onwards. Today is the 5th and the last day. So we all welcome Prabhu by chanting Hare Krishna mantra 3 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
So can you make me the co-host?
Yeah, sure, Prabhu. Surely, Prabhu.
Yeah, and I'd like to make the video spotlight
Yes,
video.
Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Oh, Govinda. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Dhirem Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayatmudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamashloka Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjalam Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkripātamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandamādhavam जन्मादियस्य यतन्वयादितरतश्चार्तेष्वभिज्ञस्वरात् तेने ब्रह्मरधयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरया तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मा प्रोजितकैकवक्त्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापोत्रयनमूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परेरीश्वरा सद्यो हृदि अवृद्ध अत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तक्षणा निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखात् अमृतद्रव्यसंयुतम् पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरवो रसिका भुवि भावुका So Shukdev Goswami, after describing these pastimes of Ambarish Maharaj and how after I was describing the glorification of Ambarish Maharaj. Now he is saying that Sri Shuka Uvacha iti samsuvato ragya Vishnu chakram sudarshanam ashamyatam sarvato vipram pradahat radhyajnaya. So Shukadeva Goswami is saying that when when the king offered prayers to Sudarshana Chakra, various prayers he offered, and actually Sudarshana Chakra was not initially getting peaceful, but when he said that if by my service, if my devotional service, if the Supreme Lord is pleased with me, then you immediately become peaceful. So, and it was a fact that Supreme Lord was definitely not just pleased with him, but Supreme Lord was Ambarish Maharaj's property. So as soon as Ambarish Maharaj prayed in this way, Sudarshan Chakra, it became peaceful and it stopped burning the Brahmana, Durvasa Rishi. Now Durvasa Rishi, the greatly powerful mystic, was also satisfied when he was freed from the burning of Sudarshan Chakra. And this was the time, this was actually the turning point. In everybody's life, there is a turning point in their life. So this particular incident was a turning point in the life of Durvasa Rishi. So this is where he actually, when your ahankar, when your ego has been smashed by the Lord, and when you realize your mistake, so then we become very humble and very submissive, and we are not willing to commit the same mistake again. So Durvasa Rishi was quite intelligent enough to understand that, and he was so much qualified that immediately he realized the glories of Maharaj Ambarish. And not only Durvasa Rishi, he started to offer praises to Ambarish Maharaj. He started glorifying Ambarish Maharaj because he realized, as I told you in the beginning of our seminar, that by this particular incident, all of us will understand, will realize the glories of Bhakti, the glories of Bhakta, and the glories of Bhagavan. So Durvasa Rishi realized this fact, and he started praising the divine qualities of Maharaj Ambarish. And then he offered him, because he was also a great sadhu, mystic person, and who had so many, who had so much strength, potency to give blessings, Ashirvad. So he started offering various kinds of benedictions, highest benedictions to Ambarish Maharaj. So Durvasa Rishi is saying, Aho Ananta Dasanam Mahatvam Drishtamadhyame Kritagasopi Yadrajan Mangalani Samihase. What is he saying? Durvasa Rishi is saying, my dear king, today I have experienced, personally I have heard previously many times, but today I have personally experienced what? The greatness of the devotees of the Supreme Lord. Ananta Dasana. Ananta means the servants of the Supreme Lord. Please. The servants of the Supreme Lord. Ananta Dasana means the servants of the Supreme Lord, and Mahatvam, the greatness of the Ananta Dasanam. I have realized, I have seen Drishtam, not just realized, but I have seen Drishtam, what? Greatness of the devotees of the Lord. So, although he's saying, Api, I have an offender, O Rajana, yet Rajana, I am an offender, but still, I pray I sincerely pray, Mangalani Samihase. I'm praying for your good fortune. I'm praying for your good fortune. This is what happens. When you come in contact with a sadhu, you will become a sadhu. When you come in contact with a devotee, you're definitely bound to become devotee. Definitely, you're definitely bound to become devotee. So further he's saying, Dushkaraha ko nu sadhuna Dustyajo va mahatmana yai sangrihato bhagavan Satvatam Rishado Harihi. Please mute, everybody should mute their microphones. It creates lots of disturbances. It's my humble request. So here he's saying that for those who have achieved the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Dushkara, which is Dushkara means it is very difficult thing. What is the difficult? That to achieve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But for those who achieve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, what is impossible for them? What is impossible for them to do? What is impossible for them to give up? Everything is possible for them because they have captured the Supreme Personality of God. When Dhruva Maharaj, when he was hurted by his stepmother, and she told that you go to Narayana, please him and tell him to give you birth from my womb. So this is what she said, stepmothers of Dhruva. So Dhruva, he asked his mother, his real mother, he asked his mother and she said, yes, your stepmother has said correct. You should go to Narayana and attain him. Try to please him and attain him. So Dhruva Maharaj, he developed a desire that I was not given the throne of my father. Okay, and his mother explained that your grandfather Manu and your great grandfather Brahma attained their respectable positions by the devotional service they render to the Supreme Personality of God. So Dhruva Maharaj, he developed an intense greed, intense desire to attain a kingdom which is higher than his father, grandfather, and great grandfather Brahma. And with that greed and with that desire, he started walking to the forest. And Narad Muni came and met him, tested him, and then Narad Muni himself blessed Dhruva to attain that position. So we should know that for those who have achieved the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Dhruva Maharaj wanted a planet which is above, the place above Brahmaji. So there is nothing above Brahmaji but the Vaikuntha planets, the spiritual abode of the Lord. So that's why the Lord gave Dhruva his own planet, Vaikuntha Loka. He named the Vaikuntha after him, Dhruva Loka. That is Prapanchika Vaikuntha. So, so we need to understand that for those who have achieved the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the master of the pure deities, there is nothing impossible for them. They can do everything and anything. So if we can please the Supreme Lord with our pure love and devotion, certainly the Supreme Lord can grant and fulfill any desire of the devotees. But certainly devotional service must be performed without any desire. But still, if like Dhruva Maharaj, if one performs devotional service like that, still the Supreme Lord will fulfill their desire. But here Ambarish Maharaj was an unalloyed devotee of the Lord. So he did not perform devotional service from the Lord for attaining anything. But here Durvasa Rishi is glorifying Ambarish Maharaj. What is impossible for the servants of the Lord? By the very hearing of his holy name, one is purified. And then it further says that Rajan anugrahito aham Tvaya ki karunatmanaha mad agam prashtata kritva pranayanme abharikshitaha. So he's saying, he folded his hands. Who? Durvasa Rishi. Durvasa Rishi folded his hands and saying, please, overlooking my offense, you have saved my life. Thus, I am very much obliged to you for your causeless mercy on me. Who will do that? Who can have such a heart like you, like you? Who will have such a heart? I wanted to kill you, and when the things changed, and I was getting killed, you protected me. So only the devotees of the Lord can have such compassion and can have such a heart to protect even a person like me. So now we can see by the prayers of Durvasa Rishi that how humble he has become, how he has immediately understood his position in comparison to the devotees of the Lord. And so he decided that let me also serve the devotees of the Lord and please them, and then also practice to become a devotee, become a devotee. So expecting, now this is very important thing here. So this king was akarta aharham, akarta aharaha, for who this king or Ambarish Maharaj, he refrained from eating anything till Ambarish Maharaj returned. Sorry, till Durvasa Rishi returned, he refused to eat anything. So he was only on water for so many days. So expecting the return of Durvasa Rishi, the king had not taken his food also. Therefore, when the sage returned, the king fell at his lotus feet. Now when Ambarish Maharaj, Durvasa Rishi fell at the lotus feet of Ambarish Maharaj, and Ambarish Maharaj offered prayer to Sudarshan Chakra, and he did his best to give protection to Durvasa, and Durvasa got protected. And now when he lifted Durvasa, and he after giving his protection, and when Durvasa was offering such prayers, what did Ambarish do? Ambarish Maharaj was considering that because of me, this great sage, Durvasa Rishi, great powerful sage, Durvasa Rishi, who is a very dear associate of Lord Shiva, had gotten trouble because of me. So he was feeling very much pain in his heart. And when the sage returned, the king fell at the lotus feet of Durvasa, and he said this, that it is because of me that, my dear sage, you're my guest. It is my duty to serve you, but see what I have done. And because of me, you have gone through so much trouble. So pleasing him in all the respects. And Ambarish Maharaj started to feed Durvasa Rishi very nicely. This is the way Ambarish Maharaj was taking care of his devotee guest, Durvasa Rishi. Thus, Durvasa Rishi was fed with various kinds of varieties, palatable food, and in this way, Durvasa Rishi was given nice prasadam of the Lord, and various kinds of varieties of items were made, and with great affection, and with great love, and with great devotion, Ambarish Maharaj was serving him personally. He was serving him personally. Although Ambarish Maharaj is the king of the entire world, although so many things have happened, Durvasa Rishi, the same person, tried to kill Ambarish Maharaj, but look at Ambarish Maharaj, that he was trying to feed him personally and serve him personally. So we have to see the nature of a devotee, how we have to become, how if somebody commits some mistakes and tries to criticize us or offend us, but if he comes and begs forgiveness, then we should not have any grudges against him, or we should not be having some disrespect for him and keeping in our heart that, oh, this person has abused me, this person has criticized me. Yeah, okay. If he has begged, if he has asked for forgiveness, and even if he has not asked for forgiveness, still we have to be very loving and caring. We should not take offenses from other people. We should be very loving and caring. We should always give respect to others. We should always consider others as superiors. So in this situation also, Ambarish Maharaj is considering Durvasa Rishi as superior. He did not see that. He only was thinking that all these things which has happened in incident has happened is because of him. Because of him, he has caused trouble to Durvasa Rishi. So this was how Ambarish Maharaj was taking it. But so at first, Durvasa Rishi is saying that at first I thought that you are an ordinary human being and accepted your hospitality. But later I could understand by my own intelligence that you are a topmost exalted devotee of the Lord. Therefore, by simply seeing you, simply by touching your feet and talking with you, I have been pleased and have become obliged to you. So it is this is what happens when we come in the sadhu sangha. It is said in the Shastra, Vaishnavera Kriya Mudra Vigyena Bhujai. Even a very intelligent man cannot understand the activities of a pure Vaishnava. It is very difficult to understand activities of a pure Vaishnava. Therefore, because Durvasa Muni was a great mystic yogi, but he also wished to Ambarish Maharaj for an ordinary human being, ordinary king, and he wanted to punish him. So such is the mistaken observation of a Vaishnava. So, if you see a Vaishnava, and if you are dealing with a Vaishnava, associating with them, you have to be very, very careful. You have to be very, very careful, because we might be missed by we can commit mistake, and in observing a Vaishnava. So it is better to offer all respects to the devotees of the Lord who are offering pranams to the Lord, who are dedicating their lives, who are chanting the holy name of the Lord, who are dedicating their life. And in this way, we should be very respectful and offer all respects to them and be very careful. So when Durvasa Muni was persecuted by the Sudarshan Chakra, his intelligence developed. When he got punishment, and when he was being punished, at the same time, Durvasa Rishi was feeling regret in his heart. Regret in his heart that he was feeling regret in his heart that why he has committed such mistakes, and because of that he got intelligence, pure intelligence, and he understood that the glories of Vaishnava. So by his personal experience, he could understand how great a Vaishnava king was. So when Durvasa Rishi was chastised by Sudarshan Chakra, he wanted to go to Brahma, Shiva, and even he went to the spiritual world to meet Supreme Personality of Godhead and face to face. But yet he was not able to be rescued from the attack of Sudarshan Chakra. Thus he was able to understand the influence of a Vaishnava by personal experience. That means if we offend a Vaishnava, if we trouble a Vaishnava, if we put other Vaishnava in difficulty, then Brahma, Shiva, and himself, Lord Vishnu, cannot protect us. This is what we need to understand. That from this incident. Therefore, it is said, Vaishnavara Kriya Mudra Vigyena Bhujai. Even the most exalted, most learned person cannot understand the value of a Vaishnava. Therefore, there is always a possibility for so-called Gyanis and Yogis to be mistaken when studying the character of a Vaishnava. A Vaishnava cannot be understood by how much he is favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead in terms of his inconceivable activities. So, all the blessed, Durvasa is saying that all the blessed women in the heavenly planets will continuously chant about your spotless character at every moment, and and the people of this world will also chant your glories continuously. This is the blessing which I offer to you. That throughout the world, all the three worlds, all the three worlds, your glories will be sung. And then he's saying, Sukadeva Goswami, Evam Sankirtaya Rajanam Durvasa Paritoshita Yayo Vihaya Samantriya Brahmalokam Ahetukam. So, thus being satisfied with all the aspects, the great king, the great mystic yogi, Durvasa, he took permission and left. And what was he doing? What was he doing? Continuously he was glorifying the king. Now, one should not think that Durvasa Rishi was forcibly or out of some pressure he was glorifying this Ambarish Maharaj because he was been punished. No. This was his realization. This is the glories of a Vaishnava which is personally experienced after meeting with all the demigods, after meeting with all the Brahma, Shiva, Lord Vishnu himself, after meeting with all of them, he has come to this conclusion. He realized the glories of a devotee. Then he realized the glories of devotional service, because of which he has captured the supreme personality of God in his heart. And then he also understood the glories of the Lord, that he, although the Lord who is full of six opulences, he who is independent, completely independent, even he is bound up by the devotee. So, this is the glories of a Bhakta and Bhagavan. So, although Durvasa Muni went back to Brahmaloka through the spaceways, he did not need an airplane. For the great mystic yogis, he was able to transport themselves to any planet without any machine. So, Durvasa Rishi went to Brahmaloka. In Brahmaloka, everyone is self-realized, and there is no need of any philosophical speculation to come to the conclusion of absolute truth. Durvasa Muni's purpose in going to Brahmaloka was apparently to speak to the residents of Brahmaloka about how powerful a devotee is and how a devotee can surpass every living entity within this particular world. So he was actually speaking. Durvasa Rishi was a powerful jnani, a yogi. So he preached exclusively to others, other yogis, other jnanis, and told them about the glories of Ambarish Maharaj, and told them about the glories of devotional service. See what's preaching. So Lord not only taught Durvasa Rishi lesson in devotional service, not only the Supreme Lord taught Durvasa Rishi nectar of devotion, but he also made him a very good preacher. So Durvasa Rishi, from this incident, Durvasa Rishi became a preacher of devotional service. So we have to be very careful when we think of Durvasa Rishi, we must understand that Durvasa Rishi also is a Vaishnava, because he is preaching the glories of devotional service, the glories of bhakti, the glories of bhakti, the glories of Bhagavan across the world. So Durvasa Rishi had left the palace of Maharaj Ambarish, and as long as he had not returned for one complete year, the king was fasting and was simply drinking water for one complete year. Who could do this tapasya? Ambarish Maharaj was maintaining the etiquette that yes, till my guest, he had faith that Durvasa will come back, and he was waiting. That this is called tolerance. This is a Vaishnava, this is a Goswami. This is called tolerance. After 1 year, when Durvasa returned, King Ambarish Maharaj fed him very nicely, and then he also himself ate. So when the king saw that that Durvasa Rishi, when the king saw that Durvasa has been released from the dangers of being burned, he could understand by the grace of that all these things have happened by the grace of Supreme Lord. And more important that, although everything happened because of the will of the Maharaj Ambarish, everything happened by the will of Maharaj Ambarish, but he did not take any credit. Did not take any credit for this. A devotee like Ambarish Maharaj, a devotee like Ambarish Maharaj is certainly always busy in many activities. Of course, in this material world is full of dangers that one has to meet. But a devotee, because of his full dependence on the Supreme Lord, is never disturbed. Even this Ambarish Maharaj's incident, this Ambarish Maharaj's character, even inspired Yayati Maharaj. When Yayati Maharaj was so much engrossed in the in his loving dealings with his dear wife Devayani and Sarveshta, and he was enjoying to fullest so much, even after even if he has to exchange his old age for his youth with his son, but still he was so much hankering for this sense enjoyment. But when such a personality like Yati Maharaj, when he heard about the glories of Ambarish Maharaj, his heart was transformed. Yes, this is there. This is not in the Bhagavatam, but this is there in the commentaries of the Acharyas. That Yati Maharaj's life, how did Yati Maharaj's life transform? Because Yati Maharaj used to always perform, although he was absorbed in sense enjoyment most of the time, but at the same time he was also performing so many yajnas and so many sacrifices. And what happened was that while performing these sacrifices, whenever there is a sacrifice performed, like Ashwamedha Yajna is there, so at that time the Brahmanas, they come and they discuss Harikatha. So in that discussion, once when Narada Muni also came, and Narada Muni he recited the glories of Ambarish Maharaj. And when Yayati Maharaj heard the glories of Ambarish Maharaj from Narada Muni, at that time his heart was completely transformed. And he took a vow that he will give up all this so-called sense enjoyment, and he will give up all this sense enjoyment, and I like to go and he will where was I? I'm sorry, I got distracted because of the messages. Sorry. So so Yayati Maharaj's life was transformed because of Ambarish Maharaj's incident, and then he became a great unalloyed devotee of the Supreme Lord. He became he was a great devotee, but he gave up his family life. He went to the forest, and then he absorbed himself in devotional service, pure devotional service, in the association of the sages. So, so Ambarish Maharaj was faced with many disturbances, but the Lord, being merciful to him, managed things so nicely that in the end, Durvasa and Ambarish Maharaj became friends, and they both became very good friends. And after all, Durvasa Muni was convinced of the power of Bhakti Yoga. So, although he was himself a great mystic, but he was convinced about the glories of devotional service. Yoginam api sarvesham madhadanti antanatmanaha shraddhavan bhajate yomam samay yuktatmano manaha. So of all the yogis, he who always abides in me, the Krishna says that with great faith, worshipping me in transcendental loving service is most intimately united with me. Yoga and is highest of all. So this is the fact that the devotee is the topmost yogi, and it's proved that in the dealings of Ambarish Maharaj and Durvasa Rishi, because Durvasa Rishi was the topmost of the yogi, and Ambarish Maharaj was the topmost of the bhakti yogi. So this incident proved very clearly the glories of devotional service. So because of the devotional service only, Ambarish Maharaj was actually endowed with so many divine qualities. Evam vidha aneka gunaha. What happened? Anek guna means what kinds of qualities are there? All the divine qualities are there in Ambarish Maharaj. Because of whom? Because of his constant service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, constantly rendering service to the sadhus, constantly engaging in hearing, speaking, and glorifying the Lord. What happens when we constantly do that? Constantly associating with the great personalities. What happens is that when we do that, constantly associated with great personalities, their good qualities they come in us. That's why it is very important that we go and sit in the association of sadhus. So all the good qualities which they have will also come in us. So Maharaj Ambarish, because of the devotional service, he had all the transcendental qualities and was completely aware of Brahman, Paramatma, and Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Lord's speeches, and he executed his devotional service perfectly well. And because of his devotion, he thought that even the topmost planet of this material world no better than the hellish planets. So this is what it has been mentioned by the Shukdev Goswami is mentioning about what happened. And further it is said that Shukdev Goswami is saying that because of his advanced position in devotional life, Ambarish Maharaj no longer desired to live with the material things. So he retired from his active family life. He divided his properties amongst the sons who were equally as qualified, and he himself took to the order of Vanaprastha and went to forest to concentrate his mind fully on Lord Vasudeva. A pure devotee like Ambarish Maharaj was, although he was liberated in any conditions of life, but he was still to teach an example to people in general. He took Vanaprastha. Ambarish Maharaj, he was a great devotee. For him, if he is in Grahastha ashram or if he is in Vanaprastha ashram, there is no difference for him. But to teach an example, a devotee always teaches by example. So he taught people by example by saying that he is not interested in continuing as a grahastha. He took Vanaprastha and went to the forest, and the last remaining few days of his life, he completely devoted to pure devotional service and perfected his life. So Maharaj Ambarish was undoubtedly liberated in any condition. But as an ideal king, he has to show that how Vanaprastha ashram is important, how retired life is important for a living entity. So it is even Prahlad Maharaj, if you see throughout Srimad Bhagavatam, when the teachings, when Prahlad Maharaj is teaching, or Prahlad Maharaj is teaching, Sayarthi Maharaj's life, Ambarish Maharaj's life, or you can say any life of any grahastha, if you see, there was a time in their life where they decide, where they draw a line and they decide, okay, no more business with the material world. I want to completely devote myself to 24 hours devotional service. I don't want to do anything with any attachment with anybody. So when a time comes, because if half of the life, 50 years are spent in earning money, doing so many different kinds of job and so many different kinds of businesses, then there has to be a time. That's why there is a retirement age 50. And so there has to be a time when we draw a line where we decide, okay, I have to retire and take Vanaprastha for family life. So it is very essential for one to renounce family responsibilities and fully concentrate on the lotus feet of Vasudeva. And for this reason, Maharaj Ambarish also divided his kingdom amongst his sons and retired from family life. So anyone who chants this narration or even thinks of this narration about the activities of Ambarish Maharaj becomes a pure devotee of the Lord. So Vishwanath Chandra Thakur gives a very good example. When one is very eager for more and more money, he is not satisfied even when he is a millionaire or a multi-millionaire. He wants to earn more and more money by all means. So the same mentality is present in the devotee. The devotee is never satisfied thinking that this is the limit of a devotional service. The more he engages in the service of the Lord, the more service he wants to give. This is the position of a devotee. Maharaj Ambarish in his family life was certainly a pure devotee, complete in every respect, but because his mind and all his senses were engaged in devotional service, Maharaj Ambarish was self-satisfied. And all his senses were engaged in devotional service. Sarvopadi vidur muktam tat parakrena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchyate. But still Ambarish Maharaj was left his home and went to the forest to concentrate his mind fully at the lotus feet of Krishna. So exactly like a businessman, because he wants more and more and wealth. Even if he has 1,000 crore of property with him, 1,000 crore of business with him, still he wants to grow and make it 10,000. So devotees are also like that. They might be pure devotees, but still, because they want to experience more and more and more transcendental happiness. And they want to serve the Lord without any disturbances. So, whereas, so this is the life of a devotee, and by the grace of the Lord, Sudha Goswami is saying that those who hear about the activities of Ambarish Maharaj, the great devotee, certainly becomes liberated or becomes a devotee without a delay. So this is the glories of Ambarish Maharaj, and although since we have only 1 hour with us every day, I have taken it on a fast pace. We could have this is subject matter which usually should be discussed in 7 days, but never mind, whatever amendment was there. So we tried our best. So please forgive me if I have committed any mistakes. I'm just trying to repeat the message, repeat the words of Srila Prabhupada ji, and whatever I heard from my Guru Janas, I'm just simply trying to present in whatever I heard and read. So if you have any questions, please you can come up. Whatever good has come out during this class, please take it, and whatever bad is there, please keep it with me. Because of my conditioning nature, I might have said something which is not palatable. So I wish to take forgiveness for that. But whatever good has come out, whatever appropriate is, whatever appropriate is there, should appropriate is there should be taken into consideration, and whatever bad is there should be left out to me. So thank you very much, Mani Bhushan Krishna Prabhu, and thank you all the wonderful devotees of Kuwait for giving me a chance to serve all of you. If you have any questions, we can take.
Hare Krishna devotees, those who have any doubts, please ask. Today is the last day we have association with Brajasundra Prabhuji. Please make use of this golden opportunity. Confirm Mani Bhushan Prabhu has joined back? Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, Brajasundra Prabhu has just finished the narration. He is waiting for questions.
Yeah, okay. Carry on.
Hare Krishna, devotees. If no questions, Asimanda Prabhuji, any comments? Hare Krishna, Asimanda Prabhu, can you
Hare
listen?
Krishna,
Ah,
Hare
yes,
Krishna,
Prabhu.
Dandat Pranam. Dandat Pranam, Prabhuji, Brajasundra Prabhuji, it was nice explanation, 3 days. But I was sometime in and out because I was working in office. And it was nice to hear such glories of our Ambarish Maharaj. and you connected with the Yayati Maharaj, some incident. It was a new for me. It was also nice to how we have to take the Ambarish Maharaj life glorification in our way. Also, it is one a good example. I had only still small like is this about Durvas Maharaj, Durvas Muni. Is it is as a nature that he always get anger, or how it was? Because he was a meditator, but how we can take this point? Because always he getting anger and something he will do.
So if we for impersonalists,
Yeah.
can you unmute? Can you unmute yourself? There's so much sound is coming from background. So also mute yourself. Or who else? Can you mute this sound, Prabhuji? Okay, thank you. So this yogis or gyanis, they are very different in comparison to the devotees. Yogis and gyanis, they're always behind post position. I mean, not post position. I mean, they're always they get some siddhis and they become pride of it. And certainly when you have pride, and when somebody try to crush your pride, somebody insults you, then definitely you will become angry. But devotees are not like that. Devotees are already been trained that everybody is superior to you, and so it's very rarely you will find, other than the service to the Lord, the devotees usually don't get angry because they're very tolerant. They're very tolerant, so usually they don't get angry. But whereas the Gyanis and Yogis are concerned, it's a different story with them. It's because they don't have devotional. They're not aspiring for devotional service. In fact, many of the Gyanis and Yogis, they think that they are Brahman themselves. They are very, very powerful. They can do this. They can do this. They can create universes. They can travel anywhere. So for them, they don't give any heed to devotional service. That's why all these things are there. Only the devotees who are connected, the people who are connected to the Supreme Lord in the form of the devotional service, they have all these transcendent qualities which the Lord Himself has, and all the great personalities they have. So, so what is your question? Is what is exactly your question, Prabhu? That
Yeah, almost same, Prabhuji, because that's what why Durvasa always getting anger like that. That's what the.
But after this incident,
Yeah.
I think if whatever acharyas are mentioning in the commentaries, there is a transformation in Durvasa Rishi also, because earlier he was a Jnani, but after coming in contact with here, because he's very clearly said that he himself was glorifying or preaching about Ambarish Maharaj in the assembly of the Jnanis and other yogis.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah, it is nice. Yeah.
Yes. So that means he there is another example, Kaliya. Kaliya, if you see Kaliya.
Yeah.
Kaliya also, when Krishna chastised him, Krishna was about to kill him, but Nagapatnis came and said, save him, protect him. So Krishna forgave him. And then Krishna told him that you go and preach about my glories. So Kaliya, in your community, so go to in your community and preach about my glories, about the glories of my devotional service, about Vrindavan, about the glories of Brajavasis and everything. So that's what Kaliya does. Kaliya is still in Fiji, and he's glorifying. He's probably giving Srimad Bhagavatam classes.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah.
So he's preaching. Similarly, Durvasa Rishi. Durvasa Rishi's fortune was that he came in contact with Ambarish Maharaj. Yeah. So this is also an arrangement of the Lord for Durvasa Rishi, so that his heart is transformed.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes,
Yes, sir.
Now after this incident, we should not see Ambarish Maharaj, Durvasa Rishi as an angry person.
Yeah.
We should also respect him and understand that because he has understood the glories of Bhakti, Bhakta and Bhagavan, he is also a devotee now.
Okay, Prabhuji.
So now he is no more an angry. He should be no more an angry person because all his anger was crushed. All his anger was crushed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. After this, there is no incident like that.
Yes. Even he was careful when he was very careful in his dealings with Yudhishthira Maharaj also.
Yeah.
So there was every person has a turning point in his life.
Yes.
So this incident was a turning point in Durvasa's life, and his life transformed.
Yes.
Just like Yayati Maharaj's life also was transformed simply by hearing about Ambarish Maharaj.
Yeah, correct.
So if Yayati Maharaj's life was transformed by hearing about Ambarish Maharaj, here Durvasa Rishi was in direct contact with Ambarish Maharaj. So definitely, it must have created definitely a big impact on his life. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Nice.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Any other questions?
Hare Krishna. Dandavad Pranam, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, unfortunately, I couldn't hear today's class. I was outside, inside the refinery.
Oh, okay.
So sorry for that.
No.
Still, everybody enjoyed the class, I think.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much for accepting our. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation and giving us 5 days this long session and the glories of Maharaj Ambarish. So really, it will be a useful session for all of us. Thank you very much. Very shortly, we will plan a personal association here in Kanya Desh.
Yes, I'll be very glad, Prabhu. I'll be very happy.
Yes,
happy to come there.
Once the things get cleared, we will have a direct association also.
Yes.
Thank you very much on behalf of all Kanya Desh devotees.
Prabhu, that is the time we can have our Bhagavatam teachers training course in person because that is the
yes, bro. Sure, we will do that.
Okay.
So, on behalf of all Kanya Desh devotees, we wish to thank you and pray to Lord Krishna to get more and more opportunities and opportunities to glorify Bhagavatam and teach Bhagavatam to a lot of fallen souls like us.
No.
Thank you very much. We will all pray for you by chanting Hare Krishna Mantra 3 times. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo
Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki Srila Prabhupada ki
H.G.Brajasundra Prabhu ki jai.
Or Pramante Hari Bol.
Thank you very much for all the devotees also for your wonderful association all these days, and we will continue Saturday with another devotee. I will update you by WhatsApp. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thanks for you. Dandavad Pranam.